Hello Libra, and welcome to your horoscope for the month of January 2016. I'm your personal astrologer, Taylor Cole. This month is going to be a sigh of relief for you in many ways because, first of all, we have Mars leaving your sign, and whenever Mars is in your sign, in anyone's sign, it is sometimes stressful. It can be pressure. It can also be frustration. So that is one thing to look forward. But I'll get back to that in a second. I want to start off by talking about the lunar cycle. We have a new moon taking place at the very base of your chart. This is a new beginning. New moons are always new beginnings. And for you, since it's at the bottom of your chart, it's likely going to be related to your home, your inner self, your roots, what keeps you grounded. It may pertain to your parents. And I think you're going to see a new understanding developing of who you are on the inside. You're going to be seeing yourself in a way that you have not known yourself to be before. You're going to be finding a sense of a sense of oneness with yourself, wholeness within yourself. That's going to be on January 9th. And then roughly 2 weeks later, we're going to have the full moon. The full moon is going to be taking place in a part of your sky that has to do with your big goals in life, your dreams, but it also has to do with your friends and your social circle. Not necessarily your closest friends, but your social circle as a whole. When I put these two events together, because you always want to look at the new moon and the full moon because they're related, I see that you're likely going to be finding a new understanding of yourself because of some differences that you see between yourself and your social circle. It could be that you are finding a new social circle and that is giving you a new understanding of who you are. That could be one way it plays out. It could also be that you are actually considering moving. Bottom of your chart represents your home, as I said, and during the new moon, you may be considering moving to a new location. And then when the full moon comes around, you would likely see that you obviously need to start a new social circle if you do end up moving. That's going to be for a small percentage of you. It's not likely that it's going to be like a sudden, I'm moving event. So you'll already see the indications taking place before January if that is going to be the case for you. But if that is how it plays out for you, know that you're going to see a large emphasis on finding a new social circle when you do move. All right, so that's the lunar cycle. We also have a lot of other events taking place. We have Mercury going retrograde. Mercury is going retrograde at the very beginning of the year. January 3rd, Mercury starts moving backwards. It's going to start this process in a part of your sky that has to do with what is fun for you, what's enjoyable, the pleasures of life. Also has a romantic energy about it. But it's only going to be in that part of your sky very briefly, and then it's going to move back into the part of the sky that the new moon took place in, so the very bottom of your chart again. You're going to be reconsidering a lot of matters of home, of your roots, of your lineage, of what is you at your core. But you're going to also be considering what brings you pleasure, what's fun for you. So there's likely going to be a question of, am I incorporating enough joy into my life? Am I, my inner self, coming out and expressing myself in a way that's enjoyable? You're going to want to look for ways of expressing your inner self through some sort of creative medium. It's going to be retrograde from January 3rd to January 23rd, so almost the entire month. And therefore, we're going to be looking over things. We're going to be redoing, revisiting, editing, because that tends to be a theme during all Mercury retrogrades. So, I would advise against starting any major projects. I always say don't pause your life during a Mercury retrograde, because if everyone paused their life during a Mercury retrograde, the world would end, essentially. So, don't pause your life, but just try to avoid starting anything major during January. That's for all signs. Another major, if not the most major event taking place in January for you, Libra, is Venus speaking to Uranus. This is exciting. This is your ruling planet, Venus, speaking to Uranus, the planet of excitement, of sudden changes, of surprises, and just out of the blue experiences. Venus is going to be in a part of your sky that is related to your ideas, your thoughts. It's also related to your local environment. So there's going to be a desire to learn, a desire to speak your mind, to exchange knowledge, maybe a desire to explore your neighborhood. And that desire is going to be speaking with Uranus in a part of your sky that is really about your relationships. So it's likely that you are going to encounter a very sudden attraction with someone. It could be someone that you meet in your neighborhood. Maybe you're just walking down the street and you happen to see someone that really catches your eye, and then you start up a conversation and things just hit it off from there. It could also be that you meet someone online. In modern times, we see the internet in the same part of the sky that knowledge and learning is traditionally seen in the horoscope. So Venus is going to be in that part of the sky, and that speaks of the potential for love to be found on the internet. Of course, also it could play out in the traditional ways, so in your neighborhood or in an academic learning environment, things of that nature. But expect a sudden attraction to form regardless. And I will warn you that because Mercury is retrograde, generally things don't go as planned. But that is no reason to avoid romance if it surfaces for you. Just don't grasp onto it thinking that it's going to play out exactly as you see it. Know that there might be some changes, some shifts in the dynamics of the relationship, but if you approach any romance that presents itself from a place of fun, just wanting to have a good time and seeing what plays out, that's where you're going to have your greatest success, and there will be an opportunity for that to occur for you. Thank you all so much for watching the January horoscope. I look forward to seeing you again in February. If you are interested in weekly and daily information, feel free to head on over to my website, taylorcole.com, where I post weekly and daily horoscopes. And if you're interested in more personalized information, definitely check out the services section of my website, where I give information about all the different services I offer. I'm also really excited to let you all know that starting January, I'm going to be offering a brand new service, which is a subscription. You can subscribe for a monthly personalized horoscope, which is emailed to you at the very beginning of each month. Goes into your unique birth chart. I analyze your sky, and I give you information about how the month is going to play out specifically for you. And it's at a very, very affordable price. So I really hope y'all check that out, and I look forward to seeing you again in February. All right, enjoy 2016 and have a happy new year.